Okay, so and we're going to talk about fraud a little bit, and I think I sent you the case law, Brett, and a couple of other guys as well about and also we're in Studicata, which fair use again for everything that I do here. I actually paid for Studicata, and I tell everybody I used a lot of resources to get access to information from attorneys that are or from professors who teach law or what have you to kind of help guide me through the path versus listening to some things that may sound fantastical, but we need people, we need some facts. So here we go. So I'm going to pull up and in Hover, which I think throughout Florida it should be kind of consistent. I only have one Florida guy in right now, I think, and that's you, Brett. Other than myself, but I think that in you all's county, you can find it just as easily. So here we go, and you see there's a lot of filings. This right here, this index number tells you how many filings there have been inside this case, and this is supposedly for a simple auto negligence case, and this is a case where uh, well, it's kind of still going on, but she's trying to close it out. This judge actually ordered me to go sign the release of parties, and we're going to get into a little bit of that because this show is actually supposed to be about fraud and how to recognize fraud and fraudulent conduct by an adversarial party. Welcome to everybody who's joining. So let's see. I wanted to pull up this, and I apologize for not getting out the show thing. I was kind of contemplating whether or not I was going to actually do the show. I knew that I'd said before that I would start moving into a different direction with these kind of shows. I just think that we can do better things, but I want to make sure that I walk everybody through what I'm willing to do. And until somebody can show me that you can do all these fantastical things and show proof that they're living in that life, I would probably suggest, and of course I can't give you legal advice, but I would suggest that people kind of set that stuff to the side unless they can show you with specificity how they operate in it day in and day out. Because if nothing else, we all saw the horrifying series of events that was tied to what happened in Texas, and we don't want people going through that stuff unnecessarily. And I'm actually forwarding some this information to other people. And by the way, do y'all think 11's what's a better time for Saturday? See, now that football season is over, I kind of have a little bit different kind of different time. Is 11 o'clock good, bad, indifferent, or what do you think is a better time for Saturday? Or should we go back earlier versus later? Y'all figure it out. Plus, don't forget to raise your hand. So let me go back here and find my order vacating, my order to vacate. Let's see, 2024. You know what? Let me do this. Control F. Let's go vacate. There you go. So here we go. Here's my motion to vacate for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. And this is where my argument started to come up as I started to learn a little bit more. And the introduction, kind of forget about that part about them being trustworthy. And because I know what I tell you all, I want us to stay with it. So when I learned that about rule 1.720, which is the mediation rule, which clearly says that anybody who wants to come into an action is supposed to make an appearance on the record. That didn't happen in my case except for the attorney. But after what most of you all should have seen, and if you didn't get the video from the great gentleman at Studicata, which I would recommend everybody signing up for if you really want to, if you have a lot of self-represented information that you want to grab, or actually just basic information about the law, I always suggest you go to experts. And in fact, we have at least one guy on here who is an expert and who works as an expert. I don't know what you have to do to qualify as an expert, but I would definitely rather go to an expert for information or somebody with a proven track record than some other people. Even me, I wouldn't consider myself an expert except at my own life, but I am an expert as a self-represented litigant. So